Hey everyone, today I just wanted to show you a really quick and easy way to plant up some dahlia tubers inside of a basket, just like this. This is an all-weather basket that I got from Lowe's online, but I see these everywhere nowadays and they look so realistic and beautiful. I've seen them at TJ Maxx, I've seen them at Bed Bath & Beyond, so these are great and should last a good long while outside. I love to use actual real baskets too. Problem is, unless you line them, and even if you line them, it will degrade and rot over time. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to plant up some of my ball dahlia. Now the problem with these baskets is they don't need a liner because they're weatherproof, but they do need some kind of a liner because the weave is so open. So what I'm doing here is I picked up some of these nursery pots at Lowe's and I'm going to do the planting in here, and then I'm just going to slip this inside the basket and there you have it. It's really as easy as that. These come in all different sizes, so you're likely to find something that will fit one of your baskets. Even if you have leftover containers from plants and things you've bought at nurseries, hang on to them and they make a great interior liner for something like a basket. So right now I'm starting with my Espoma organic potting mix. And I have two types of ball dahlia that I'm going to use in this particular container. I want to use this is Jowie Nikki and Jowie Winnie. I love that they include the plant tags in with the tubers. Isn't that so nice? So you can see exactly what they look like. I'll put these right in the basket when I'm done planting, and then I'll be able to see what's in there. It's great. I planted the Creighton Honey last year, which I also have in the pot right back there. Loved that one. It's this honey orange color with like these, I don't know, like yellowy undertones. It's just scrumptious, beautiful. I want all the dahlias. So the Jowie Nikki gets 24 to 36 inches tall. Jowie Winnie 36 to 48. These say to do 1 bulb per square foot. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna plant a few in here. Rather than putting in the stakes like I did when it was in the ground that I showed you in my last video, I'm not going to stake them right now. I want to keep an eye on them. They don't get as top heavy as the dinner plates do, nor as tall, but last year my Creighton Honey did require staking, so definitely keep that in mind. And but for where I'm placing them along the fence here, I have the cabling system for the espalier that I recently showed you. I feel like all the projects are happening at once. So I might just tether them up to that somehow. I'm playing it by ear, so as for staking, you might want to pre-stake these if you don't have something else to tether them to, but for right now, I'm going to get them planted and then I'm going to worry about staking later. So, as I was saying, first I filled it with the Espoma organic potting mix. Dahlia are hungry, hungry plants. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by just taking my tubers. So I'm just going to do 4 tubers in this pot. I don't want to push it. I want them to have proper airflow, and I don't want to cause any type of overcrowding in this pot. It is, you know, it's not a huge pot here. I'm going to do 2 of the Jowie Nikki in the front because those are the shorter of the 2, and then we're going to do 2 of the Jowie Winnie behind it. And these come really nice, you know, in the peat moss. I've just been keeping them and holding on to them in the basement until I was ready to plant. So that's something you can do. You can put them in your cool basement if you're not sure what to do with your tubers when you get them and you're not ready to plant yet. And then I'm just going to take another one, stem up like so, and just lay it on top of the soil there. I think 4 is more than enough for this pot. I may even be pushing it a bit. So dahlia are very hungry plants, and you need to remember when you plant in a container, the only nutrients that your plants have are those that you give them. We don't want to fertilize right now. You don't want to start to fertilize until you start to see growth on your dahlia. So for right now, you don't need to do anything as far as fertilizer, but you do want to plant them in good, rich soil. I like to use a little bit of the bone meal. It helps with the root growth. So that's what I did last year with my tubers, and they did wonderfully, and that's what I'm going to do again with these. So I'm just going to sprinkle in a bit of the bone meal on top here. I am not a dahlia expert. I'm a dahlia lover. I did really well last year. I have grown in pots, I have grown in the ground. I grew some in some raised beds. So I'm on my second year, so I have a little bit of experience, but I am not an expert. I'm just excited for dahlia season. So now that I have the bone meal, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna top it with the Espoma Land and Sea compost, just like this. Get a good layer on top of the tubers. And this will get them off to a really good, healthy start. You could even go in around the perimeter of your pot and maybe put some little annuals. But I'm gonna leave it with just the dahlia. Just pop it in like so. And then I'm planning on doing groupings along the fence line, as you can see here. So I'm just gonna take this whole basket and pot up a few more, and I'm gonna put them along the fence line here. And wish me luck. You know I love dahlia. I hope that this maybe gave you some tips or ideas of how you can get creative with some of your plantings and some things you can do if you love that basket look like I do. Thank you guys so much for watching.